Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Grandpa's Farm series. It's been a little while since I've seen you guys last. Some things have changed. I just seen you last in May, I believe, and it is now December 2. So we're going to take a little ride around, and I'm going to show you guys kind of what happened. Um, as you can see, all of our fields are plowed and limed. We got that done while I was away from my camera. Um, we had a pretty good corn harvest, and this field here was in beans. We did pretty well on them as well. You can see that we did tear up our grass field and put we got wheat in there growing now. This field here is also plowed and limed, and then our new grass field up here has been limed. I need to get, I'm pretty sure I need to get some fertilizer on this. Yeah, it's okay, but it could be better. And this field here, which was also in corn, the whole farm was in corn except for 13 and 14 that we plowed together there on the left side of our driveway going in. But we have this grass field. It does need harvest, so we might get into that. But it is December. Weather's pretty good right now, but you know, things can change in a heartbeat. I'll take you up here and kind of show you what's in the silo from corn and beans. Like I said, we did pretty good on corn harvest for sure. Beans yielded okay. They weren't the worst, but you know, that kind of stuff you can't really do. We did everything we could. We fertilized, we plowed, or not plowed, but we fertilized and limed all our fields before. So here in the silo, you can see we have 155,000 liters of corn and 92,190 liters of soybeans. That is because we did not sell our soybeans last year. Prices were way down. And the corn we're probably going to sell tomorrow in game, January. I believe it's January that corn sells really well for, but that's where we're at. And you can see that our bales are empty. So what happened was our neighbor that lets us, you know, helps us out and uses all our equipment, the guy across town, he had a barn fire and it burned up all of his silage bales. So we actually give him ours. We didn't take no money for it, but he agreed that if we needed anything in the future, that it would be free until he paid us back. So we do have that. Not much going on today. I think I'm just gonna ride into town and get breakfast. Most of our work's done until planting season, and other than selling some corn, not much to do until spring. I'll bring you guys back in when we go to sell corn. Alright, so it is January 1, about 9:05 a.m. We're going to hop in our grain truck, get it started up, get it filled up with corn, and the farmers market across town has the best price. It's not the greatest price ever, but you know, we need some money. We got this loan. We got to get this loan paid off and start actually profiting some things so that we can, you know, buy some more land, and that's the plan. We'll get the trailer full here. I think we got about 2 full trailers out of all our fields. You know, everything was in corn, with the exception of one field. Well, 2, I guess, counting our grass field that's now wheat. But It's been a while since I've been here, and I've missed it. Sorry, things got a little hectic, but we're back now and hoping to be consistent again. So get this load over here to the farmer's market, see how good it actually does. If it does pretty good, we'll sell the other one and hopefully pay off some of this loan that we got. We're pretty good on most of our equipment. Everything has been serviced over the winter. I did all that right after harvest, got everything serviced and ready to go for spring. So I'll bring you guys back in when we get up there to sell. Alright, so here we are coming up on the farmer's market, and something is not right with this truck. It seems to have like almost no power. This is actually one of the things that we didn't service this winter, was the truck, because we haven't had any issues with it prior, but for some reason it does not want to pull this loaded trailer. We might have to take a look at it when we get back to the house and figure out what's going on. That's hopefully if it makes it back to the house, but we'll at least get it unloaded. Maybe it'll run a little better empty, but it seems like the engine has zero power at all. But let's see what we get out of this corn here while we're here. Looking pretty good so far. We got 34, basically, let's just say 35,000 out of one tank, so I would imagine second tank should be pretty well the same. Get it unloaded though. And just like that, about 68, 70,000, somewhere in that range. Truck's definitely running better without a load behind it, but we've had it full before and have never had issues, so not really sure what happened there, but we'll take a look at it when we get back. Alright guys, so our truck needs some engine work. Was talking to our neighbor across town and wanted to cash in on one of them first favors, and that was to borrow one of his trucks. We did get our trailer loaded at the farm, we just have to go pick it up, but he's got quite a few trucks, and so we were more than welcome to borrow his Mac. He actually came and picked us up and drove us back to his place, and pretty much just handed us the keys, said keep it as long as you need, which I'm hoping to not need it that long, but this should be our only load that we have to haul. And then we have a guy coming in probably tomorrow for start working on hours. Said he should have it done prior to us needing it for wheat harvest, so not sure what that's going to cost yet, so we'll have to keep a little bit of money from this harvest. We're not going to be able to completely pay off our loan, but I don't know that we were going to be able to completely pay it off prior anyway, but always something going on, something needing worked on, something costing money, so we just need to come in here and grab our trailer and head on over to sell our corn. Said I did get the trailer loaded It almost didn't want to pull the trailer around that far, so we just unhooked here. Man, this is a nice truck. Here. Take her nice and easy out the driveway. Definitely don't want to be messing up anything that's somebody else's. It's the only problem with borrowing equipment. Every time you borrow it, that's when something goes wrong. Jake brake is pretty loud on this thing, but it runs pretty smooth. So on our first trip we could barely make it up this hill. We'll have to see how this one, see if this truck does much better. I don't like the visor. Probably wouldn't buy one with a visor. It makes it hard to see. Oh, even this truck's struggling a little, and we had a running start. Wow. I think he said this thing has like 600 and some horsepower. Crazy. Crazy that it, corn's not that, wouldn't think it was that heavy. We're not going to cut through by the shop. We're just going to go ahead down here and cut in where we're straight across. I do love that. Maybe we can get one of them installed on our truck. Whoop. Had her three-wheeling a little bit there. Well, I guess five-wheeling, but y'all know what I'm at. Yeah, I definitely am not a fan of this visor. Maybe it's something with our trailer brakes. I don't think our trailer brakes are locking up. Maybe this corn's just really heavy. We're gonna have to figure something out. Once we're rolling, we're fine, but any kind of hill we have to climb just kills it. Could be an issue with the trailer. We might have to downsize the trailers. Every hill we take kills our speed. But this is our last load of corn we have to haul, so we'll get something figured out. Oh, well, that's not good. That probably did some damage. Probably gonna cost us some money to get that repaired. Start getting the front tank unloaded. Money going up. As soon as that front tank's unloaded, we'll get the back unloaded and get this thing back to the farm. Back unloaded there. Doesn't keep unloading. Doesn't look like we did much damage. Big bumper must have took a lot of it. Alright, we're almost to 200,000. I'm gonna get this back to the farm and I'll bring you guys in when we figure some more stuff to do out. Alright, so as you can see, our money has dwindled a little bit, but we paid 10 grand to have the engine rebuilt basically in our truck, and we also called down to the dealership to ask if there was any issues with our Wilson trailer, known issues, and they told us that it's a big problem, and with what they have to go through, get more money selling it and buying a different trailer. So what we did was we spent $26,000 on a different Wilson trailer. It's slightly smaller, but we didn't really need this big one anyway. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this down to the shop. We're gonna trade it in, and our one that we bought was actually used, which is how we got it so cheap. So we're gonna pick up our used one. It's there, ready to go. And yeah, we're gonna have a new to us trailer that's a little bit smaller than the one we're buying, the one we're selling. But you know, right now it's not like we're trucking a whole lot of grain. Maybe 1-2 loads a year. Well, 1-2 loads of corn a year, 1-2 loads of beans maybe. You know, not anything crazy. So, and this thing runs good since they did some work to it. They actually got us some extra horsepower out of it, and running like a champ. We'll have to wait a while to see how it does with a full load under it, but take this over to the shop. They wanted us to park it up top. Probably should have washed the cover off for them a little bit, but for what they're giving us, it's not too bad. You can see the one we got sitting down there. It said it is used, but pull this one up here. It said just back it in beside the shop, so I guess that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, you're gonna have to wait. Give me a minute. Just unhook it here. I'll run in and tell them it's here. Alright, so they give us 71,056 for hours, which, when you're only paying 26 for a new one, we profited a little bit of money off of this whole situation. And, you know, it all kind of worked out. Even with the 10 grand we had to put in, we were still at 36. We still made, you know, almost 30 grand, and we got this nice. They did clean it up, so we give them a dirty one, we take a clean one home. So it's black, which is, I guess, what the person that owned it before us wanted. Doesn't really, kind of looks weird with our blue truck, but you know, not really worried about looks, more worried about function. And right now this one functions. So I'm gonna get this back to the farm, and I'm probably gonna ride into town, pay off a little bit of our loan. So I'll see you guys probably in the spring. Alright, welcome to March. We got our loan paid down to just $100,000 left that we owe on it. It's not quite time to plant yet, but we are going to mow our grass field and start getting some silage bales made. And I left the shed door open. I'll close this down. Just cut over here. Get this opened up. I think I have enough room to get the disc vine out. We're gonna find out. It's gonna be a little tight, but should be able to make it fit. Barely, just barely. But we're gonna go get our grass field mowed, get some silage bales made, and after that we'll be just waiting on April. I think the plan is this big field here on our right, 12 and 13, is going to go into corn this year, since it was beans last year, and the other 3 fields were corn last year, and I'm thinking about just putting all of those, well, all 3 of those in soybeans, and that should get us a bunch of money. Soybeans sell for usually a pretty good price, but get up here, get this grass mowed. We still have time to think about it, at least think about what we're going to plant. I think we just stick with wheat, beans, and corn for now. Is the simplest until we get, you know, some more, until we get some more land and we can branch out into some different crops. But for the time being, we're just gonna stick with silage, corn, grass, and wheat or some sort of grain. But this shouldn't take us too long to mow. I think it's pretty straightforward. Really? Why would they make it that big if I didn't? Let's see where it kicks me back on at. There it goes. Alright. So we can't even do all over the field. Really? I really have to own the other piece? Kind of weird, but either way, I'm gonna throw you guys in a time lapse and try to get this mowing done. Alright, that took way longer than I thought it was going to, but it's mowed. This mower might be the first thing that we have to upgrade now that we have you know, a big grass field. Takes a little bit of time to do. It's 11 a.m. Get this back to the farm. I still got to get everything raked up and baled, so our whole day in March 2 is going to be spent putting silage in. So I'm going to skip the raking for you guys. I'll bring you back when it's time to bale. I'm sure you guys don't want to see me rake another grass field. We've done a lot of that in this series, so I'm going to get this washed up and put away, get the field raked, and I'll bring you guys back for baling. Alright everybody, welcome back in, and we are finished up with our raking. Just got done here. It's 2:30 in the afternoon. Gonna head in and get the baler hooked up. Since we already have the line spreader hooked up to the case, we're just gonna go ahead and hook the baler up to the 4955. Should be fine, and we'll get some of these bales made. I think it's gonna be a lot. We got a lot of grass on the ground. It took a little while to get everything mowed and raked. Took us most of the day. I said it's 2:30 now, so it was a long day in the cab, and we're gonna finish it up with some baling. We do have some rain in the forecast, but I don't think that's coming until overnight, so we shouldn't be affected too much by that. But it is also March, and we're wet wrapping bales, so we will we'll just try to get as much done as we possibly can and see how things go. But next month we're going to be putting our corn in the ground, and then we'll get the beans in probably in April 2 or possibly May. Probably wait till May to put beans in. That way all our harvest isn't ready all at the same time. But yeah, I think this baling is going to yield us a lot of bales. This field's been ready to mow for a little while. We just haven't had time to get to it. So get the baler unfolded. Go ahead and lower it down here. See what we can get done. See how long it takes us to spit out our first bale. It's not going to be too terribly long. It's already kicked into the back compartment. And there it goes to get wrapped. It out. Is it going to roll away? No, it's not going to roll down the hill. Field's on a little bit of a hill, but I wasn't sure if it would be too much of one or not. But yeah, this is going to take us some more time to get all this done. It's going to be a lot of bales to pick up, but luckily that auto load trailer helps us out a good bit. And then with only $100,000 of debt left, I don't know. I have to start talking to some people. Might start calling around and seeing if we can get a loan for the land over here. I would really like to get some more ground for this year and see if they'll, possibly sell us this farm if we can get the loan money for it. I would really like to start getting into some cows. Obviously we would have to keep some of this silage if that was the case, but I think getting into a dairy operation is something Grandpa always looked interested in, but just never could make work. So I would really like to do that, but it'd be a lot more equipment as well. A lot of equipment that costs a lot of money, so it'll be a slow process, but see where we get, see how many bales we get off of this field. Might sell, if we can sell our bales next winter, if we sell all our soybeans in the summer for a good price. Hopefully they give us a good price this year. Like I said before, we didn't get a good price last year, so we didn't sell, but if we can get a good price on soybeans this year, we'll go ahead and sell them. And I would say next winter we will definitely be without loan and farming for profit. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish baling this field. I'll send you guys in on a little time lapse and see when we're done. Alright, so that is all of the baling. That didn't take quite as long. It's a little before 5 o'clock in the evening here. We're going to get these bales picked up and call it a day. And then we'll be looking forward to planting season. Or at least corn planting. And maybe get into some other things. We're gonna have to put some lime down on that field and probably get it fertilized again so we can get the best yield off of it the next time. But we made quite a few bales. I'm not 100% sure exactly how many we made, but we'll find out after we get them all picked up. And I'm gonna get the baler washed off before we put it away. And I'll bring you guys back in when we get some bales picked up. Alright, just got done picking bales up. Got the trailer parked back off. And we got 33 out of that. Not too bad. Wasn't quite as many as I thought we were going to get. But, you know, we'll take it for first cutting of the year. And we're going to get the tractor parked away. Get the shed closed up. Just going to park it here. Get the doors closed. We need to head back here and close the doors on this shed. Get this done here. Get those closed up. Everything's closed up. Tomorrow we'll get the planter ready to go. Maybe get some corn in the ground. But for now, that's it for today. Not a bad day at all. But I'm going to go in and get some rest. And I think I'm going to end the episode here. Sorry it's been so long since I gotten you one. I appreciate everybody. And if anybody does stick around with this series, thank you. Real life comes into play sometimes, and I just haven't been on the game. So I'm hoping to be back. I don't know how frequently these are going to come out. I might pre-record like 4 or 5 episodes. That way I have time to keep up. But I'm going to try to get them out once a week from the time you see this one throughout. And I got a couple ideas for a couple new videos, series on different maps. And I'll just have to see what time allows. But that being said, thank you guys. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you. Have a great day.